place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melting in your head. We'll be falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band. Down in Kokomo, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you from Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego. Hey, we wanna take you down to Kokomo. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go, way down to Kokomo. We'll put out to sea and we'll perfect our chemistry. By and by we'll defy a little bit of gravity. Afternoon delight, cocktails and moonlit nights. That dreamy look in your eye gives me a tropical contact high. Down in Kokomo, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you from Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego. Hey, we wanna take you down to Kokomo. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go, way down to Kokomo. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you from Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego. Hey, we wanna take you down to Kokomo. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go, way down to Kokomo. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you from Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go? That's where we
And now, to entertain you tonight with a gala discussion and a recording session, Matt and Greg and the fabulous Beach Boys talk.
Beach Boys, we're talking Beach Boys, Beach Boys, we're talking Beach Boys, Beach Boys, we're talking Beach Boys, Beach Boys, we're talking. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Beach Boys Talk. This is a live show, meaning it's happening right now. We got our live chat over here. We got my real live human brother right over here. And it's a show every Tuesday night dedicated to our favorite band, Brother Matt, the Beach Boys.
Hello, brother. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. We're so excited
Happy
to be here.
Tuesday. Hi, everybody.
We were off last week.
Yeah, we were.
Greg and I are brothers who love the Beach Boys. We are not experts, historians, musicologists, but we're just two guys that love the Beach Boys. And what a time to be a Beach Boys fan right now. We have the new documentary coming out May 24th. The Genesis book is out. But tonight is really special for us. We have the release of our cover of Baby Blue. Greg and I have done a couple of covers. We've done Kokomo, California Girls, but this one's real special with Bobby Figueroa, who's celebrating his 50th year, as a Beach Boy. And he was on the original, played on the original track. So I can't wait for y'all to hear that. He's going to join us a little bit later.
Yes.
We're also going to have a check-in from our friend Robbie Robinson, who does Jam and Java and is the musical director of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Frankie Valli's right-hand man, yeah.
Here with all our freaky friends. Thank you for the shirt, Stacy Foreign.
Can we take a moment?
awesome.
Can we take a moment and show off our shirts? How about some here? How about an applause? Oh, dang it. Hold on, Matt. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Well, anyway, we got these
Dang it.
excuse me, we got these cool shirts in the mail from Stacy. And I don't know if you can see it well, but it's our logo, but then it says Freaky.
No,
on
that's
the
not the right
bottom.
one.
It says friends. I think Greg, you can see Greg's better than you can mine. But thank you so much for thinking of us. And yeah, and the thing about our show is that it's me and Greg, and we have guests sometimes. We always have Beach Boys music, but it's mostly about you all, our freaky friends.
Yes.
And please don't take offense to that. That comes from the original Pet Sounds album cover. It was something that just came to our attention a few weeks ago.
Yes.
So, it's a play on words. It's kind of a funny pun, but we're so happy you're here with all of us. I did want to say before we move on to anything else, and we're going to get into business here because we have a busy show, but again, you will hear for the first time tonight our cover of Baby Blue, written by Dennis Wilson, Ken Jacobson, and Karen Lamb. And it was on the 1979 Light album. And again, Greg and I did a cover in honor of Dennis, but and also of the Beach Boys, but also especially Bobby Figueroa.
Yeah.
He's such a nice man. He was one of our first guests we ever had on our show.
Yeah, really sweet.
Back in season 1. Yeah. But I did want to take a moment to just remember Joe Thomas, who passed away recently. Joe Thomas was a producer for Brian Wilson, of course. He really helped Brian get back onto as a solo artist, come out with the Live from Roxy, and then there was a special. I don't know if he did Live from Roxy. I should take that back, but he did do the Imagination album, No Peer Pressure, and of course he helped produce the Beach Boys' last album up to this point. That's Why God Made the Radio. I think he brought out the best in Brian. Brian was very comfortable working with him, and so I just want to say prayers to for Joe and for Joe's family, and thank you for all the music and all you did to get Brian back out to us. I mean, Imagination, Greg, I know you like that album a lot, and it's got Imagination, South America, Lay Down Burden. It's got a lot of nice songs on it. Cry, and then of course No Peer Pressure is my favorite Brian Wilson album, and I love all the songs on there. So
I love
peace, Joe.
I love the another car running fast, another song to be. I take a trip through the past when summer's way out of reach. I think the Imagination album is it might be my favorite Brian Wilson solo album, and really underrated. Some really nice songs on there. The production is obviously little 90s, but who doesn't love a little 90s? Am I right?
And it's probably his most consistent album as far as
I agree.
Quality all the way through.
Yeah,
and
totally.
And I'll be honest with you, the Imagination, the production does not bother me. I think Brian's vocals on there are some of the best he did, in his later career.
Oh, I think so too. In fact, I don't think, and we don't want to go down this rabbit hole too much, by the way, but I think that what was it, the 88 album, Brian Wilson?
Yeah.
I don't think his vocals were ready there yet. I think he was still kind of in his not sure who I am mode.
Right.
You may not agree because I know you really like that album, but I think his vocals there are a little not really sure who I want to be yet. But then he hits Imagination, and from there on out, I feel like he's got his voice. You know what I mean? Like his voice kind of stays more or less the same.
It does. I like to think of it as like his mellow period, kind of, you know what I mean? In the 88 album, it's a little wild. I mean, it is, right? He is kind of all over the place, but he's singing his heart out. So,
well, Matt, can we say hi to all of our friends out there that are joining us? So, want to say hi to Tony Soprano. Love you, Tony. Thanks for joining. Kathleen is out there. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Michael. I see Mitchell's on Facebook tonight. Daddy Bog, of course, over on YouTube. Capital Joe is in the house tonight. Imagination is my favorite Brian solo album. Me too. I love to hear it. Christian Stubes. Hey, Christian, over on Facebook. Hey, Dominic. Dominic is in New Jersey tonight. All right, love it. Thanks, Dominic, for joining us. Ron Richard. Hey, Rand. I hope you're doing well. Gail. Hey, Gail's in the house. Claire, our VIP from the UK. Claire joining us. Claire, you should be in bed, but I appreciate you being up. And I tried really hard on the timer tonight, Claire, if you could see me messing with it. But I don't know. For some reason, I can't find a good timer that works. But we love you. Thank you for being here. Want to say hi to Owen. Say hi to Cindy. Owen's over on YouTube. Cindy's on Facebook. Hey, Whitney. I saw earlier that Whitney is currently pumping the irons. Matt.
Nice.
Yeah, got to pump those irons. Want to say hi to Myrna. Lee. Hey, Lee. Howdy. Want to say hi to Denise, of course. Denise. Everybody knows Denise. She's awesome. Ed Bennett. Hey, Ed, how you doing over on Facebook? Janie Racklet. Janie, thank you
Hey,
so much
Janie.
for joining us. Oh, so great to
Means a lot.
have you. Means a lot having you here. So Claire says she actually did see it. So you appreciate my effort at least a little bit. So yeah, I think both Whitney and Les are getting their sweat on tonight.
They are.
Yeah, they're pumping those irons and working out. Macrina's in the house. Hey, Macrina, over on YouTube. Whitney says, busy day, but have to be here with y'all. Whitney, you are so awesome. We think you're just the best. And it is, for all of us longtime Beach Boy talkers, for those of you that have been with us through the long haul, tonight's really special with doing a song with Bobby, because I feel like all of you are kind of a little part of this too, for sure. So
Yeah, it really is for you all. And I might have said this already before, but I'm telling you, when I first heard Bobby's vocal, I cried. I'm being serious. I'm not saying that for the show. It's just it's perfect, for knowing the story, knowing he was friends with Dennis, knowing he's been around with the Beach Boys for so long. I don't know how to explain it, except it's everything I thought it would be.
His vocal, when we recorded it in Los Angeles, I noticed it was just so like raw, just like, man, this is him, just pure. It's like, it's so great.
Yeah.
And from a production standpoint, engineering standpoint, I didn't really have to do much with this vocal because it's kind of perfect,
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
But speaking of perfect, before we check in with Bobby Figueroa, guys, we have to welcome on what I like to say, a good friend of ours now, because he's been so great. But he's the right hand man of course, of Frankie Valli. So we got to give him a little intro here. Ladies and gentlemen, how about some hearts and love in the chat for the great Robbie Robinson? How about we all welcome Robbie on here? Robbie, what's going on? He's connecting to audio. Robbie, how you doing?
Hey, Robbie.
How's it going, guys?
You're not in your studio tonight.
Robbie, you're a little choppy, maybe.
I'm in a studio over here with my buddy Ellis Hall, who's one of the most talented humans on the planet, actually.
So you are in the studio.
Fantastic, Robbie. You're awesome. Everybody, how about some hearts and love in the chat for Robbie? Of course, we just mentioned it, but Robbie is the music director for Frankie Valli. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, man, that keyboard setup's pretty great.
Hold on. Ellis is going to address you with a little Beach Boys here.
I love it.
Sweet.
I love it.
Put it here, and if you turn around and not knock anything over, yeah. The East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles they wear. And the Northern girls wear the way they talk. They know me up and I'm down there. Yeah. I'm
All right.
Oh, man. That is awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Mhm.
Oh, man, I think they.
All right, guys. I'll go back and do his thing while we talk.
Oh, I love it.
Pleasure.
Robbie, oh man, I'm sorry,
thank you,
Robbie,
sir.
you're breaking up just a little bit, but that was awesome. So what are you working on there, Robbie?
We're working on. We're going through some sounds and stuff on Ellis is a Hammond brother, and we are sharing and pairing Hammond organ sounds and synthesizer sounds and stuff like that.
I love it.
So
Ellis
cool.
sang two songs on an album that I'm been working on with Doc Kupka, and he killed it. And Ellis is one of the most talented humans on the planet. He used to sing. He was the lead singer for Tower of Power for 10 years.
Unreal.
And he plays every instrument, and I mean, he's unbelievable. You got to hear Ellis Hall sometime.
Oh, well, we just did. We heard a little blip of him singing California Girls, and I got to tell you, I'd like to hear a whole album of that.
Oh yeah, there's a picture of Ellis.
Oh, wow.
Seattle Symphony.
Wow, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Man, we are.
How's it going? And you guys got a new song coming out today, huh? This is a big day. It's debut time.
We do. We're so lucky to have gotten to work with Bobby Figueroa. He's just a really sweet guy, super talented, and of course, longtime friend of Dennis and a great drummer as well. So we're really excited, Robbie. Thank you.
He took over for Dennis, right?
Go ahead, he was hired as backup to Dennis in the mid 70s, and then took over too and played all the way through 1988. He was there for a lot of their huge concerts, the Live Aid, the Farm Aid, all the big ones. So, and he played on Dennis's solo records as well, and the Beach Boys Light album. So
yeah,
we're real excited to have him.
Yeah. And Robbie, everybody, we'll hopefully have Robbie on a few more times here, but Robbie's got an awesome show on Monday nights. If you didn't catch this last Monday night, he had Noah. What's Noah's last name, Robbie? Rivera. Noah Rivera, who's played Frankie Valli and of course Jersey Boys in Vegas and has toured with Robbie. But Robbie has a show just like ours, a little bit better, obviously, on Monday nights that you can check out. That we're
You're the East Coast. No, hold it. I'm the East Coast version coming from the West Coast, and you're the West Coast version comes from the East Coast.
That's actually true.
I love it. That is actually true. But Robbie is a huge Dodgers fan, which we won't hold against him. Of course, so is Bobby Figueroa. But he's got a show on Monday nights. It's a live stream. And like Myrna says over on Facebook, fabulous show on Monday. So he's got some great guests and some wonderful music. And we're so lucky. So folks, if you can help us support Robbie, we'll be streaming the show every Monday night on Beach Boys Talk, so you can join in if you want. I know for you East Coasters, it's probably on the later side, but that's okay. You're not sleeping anyway. Who cares? Come on and hop in.
Not if you're a Beach Boys fan.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
And don't forget to like his page, Jam and Java. Robbie Robinson, and also make sure you share the stream.
Yes.
Robbie, what do you have coming up on the next show?
Okay, next Monday night, my guests are going to be Burley Drummond, who is the drummer for the band Ambrosia.
Oh, nice.
And they have he's the only drummer ever in that band, and they still are touring. And he's got his own, and his wife, Mary, plays keyboards and sings in the band now. And they have a family band called Tin Drum. And it's Mary, his wife, and Burley Drummond on drums, and his son and his daughter. And they sound great. And all four of them are going to be my guests next Monday night.
That is awesome.
Wow. Your shows are always packed. I don't know how you do it. Well, obviously you're an actual rock star. You were just
He's Robbie Robinson.
He's Robbie Robinson. He was literally just unveiling Frankie's star right next to him on Hollywood Walk of Stars. So I mean, I'm not surprised you know everybody and everybody loves you. But your shows are always packed with so much stuff, and it's great quality content. So we're so excited to know you, Robbie, for sure.
Well, it's really great to have you guys be a part of that show too. And so thank you guys for coming on to bring a little bit of the West Coast versus East Coast or whatever it is. By the way, there is a song, and we may have to cover it one of these days, as you mentioned, called East West.
East meets West.
In the Beach Boys. And I was so blessed to be actually on that record and sitting next to Brian on the piano. We were working out the piano parts. It was pretty cool.
Oh, man.
It's so awesome. And it's such a great, I think it's easy to kind of listen to it and be like a little gimmicky, but I think if you dig down a little bit longer and give it more of a listen, it's great writing, great pop writing. It's a great tune. I do wish they would kind of redo it a little bit, I think that would be great.
You know what? I think that would be the great focal point for a Four Seasons, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, the Beach Boys tour this year. Wouldn't it be cool?
A Beach Boys reunion.
Yes.
On the road with Frankie Valli. I would love
Frankie Valli. That'd be awesome. Robbie, I don't want to change subjects too much, but does Ambrosia sing You're the Biggest Part of Me, or do I have the wrong band?
Yeah. You're the
biggest I love that song, man. I love that one. That's a cool song. I got to make sure I tell the drummer, send him a chat message about it, because I love that one. Yeah, that's such a cool song.
Great tune.
Yeah, it is.
I am that drum groove is like an iconic drum groove. You know, it's that and I remember Burley telling me how he did that song. So people are gonna have to tune in and they'll be able to hear exactly how Burley played that drum part.
Well, we will be
perfect.
there. I will be there. I don't want to miss
I'll be
this
there.
one. I think that's so great. We will absolutely be there. Hey, Robbie, before we let you go, can you just gloss over a little bit on how that experience was in Hollywood, giving Frankie his star? That must have been pretty cool, huh?
That was a really special day, and it was really cool to see Frankie. I've said this before, but Frankie doesn't really pay that much attention to accolades and stuff. I guess when you've been as honored as he has for a lifetime, it kind of, some of it gets old. But it was really meaningful for him, and it was really great to see him appreciate the honor that was given to him, and how more perfect than on his 90th birthday.
Crazy.
Of course,
Yeah.
the common thread is, you mean they waited this long to give a star to Frankie Valli in the fourth season?
I know.
Right.
Unreal.
Never. Maybe waiting for his 90th birthday. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you like to think that was the plan, but
It was a great day. Irving Azoff came and did the induction speech, and and a bunch of the former seasons were all there, and it was really, really cool.
that's wonderful. That's so great. Well,
Yeah.
thank
Well, you know,
congrats
and
to you too,
yeah,
Robbie.
because I was going to say
Oh,
the
sorry,
star
go
does say Frankie Valli in the 4 seasons, and you are a 4 season. You're the 5th season, man. So you got a star too, man. So it's awesome.
I'm one of the stars way up in the furthest reaches of the galaxy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? You're still a star, Robbie, and we love you so much and so grateful for you and your time. And please thank Ellis for us. So great. So great for him to join us a little bit too. Thank you for giving us your time. We really appreciate you. Everybody, Monday night, we're gonna hang. And Matt and I will be there. Matt and I will be in the chat. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Jam and Java.
Have a great show. Congratulations on the new song you guys are releasing tonight.
Hey, thank you so much, Robbie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
All right. See you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We love
man.
Robbie.
He's like the
so
nicest
cool.
person on the planet. Everybody, once again, going back with Robbie, we had Robbie on. For those of you that don't know, we had Robbie on last year or a couple years ago because we did a 4 seasons talk show, and we happened to have Robbie on, and he talked about Frankie Valli and the 4 seasons, and we had a great show, and we just stayed in touch. And he's just the nicest. He's the nicest person, and he really is so talented. And if you've seen Frankie Valli in the 4 seasons, sometime in the last 50 years, you've seen Robbie Robinson.
Yeah.
And he's the guy in the middle calling the shots. It's so great to watch him. So he has a show on Monday night just like ours. Like I said, when I say better than ours, I'm not being humble. I'm telling you, it's great. He's has so many great guests.
Yeah,
the guests are awesome. So make sure you check it out Monday night. We'll be streaming it on Beach Boys Talk. So
and you know, he's an incredible musician too. He loves the Hammond organ. He has a lot of Hammond organs, and he could just wail on those. So
he's an artist for Hammond, I believe. So he's the real deal. And of course, I mean, just the people he hangs out with is just so cool. So so thank
just
you,
happened
Robbie.
to be at that guy at Ellis's studio when he calls in. You know,
I know, it's like I couldn't get any cooler, man. And of course, hearing Ellis sing California
awesome.
Girls, I'm like, I could do that. I could hear some more Ellis doing some Beach Boys music. I think that would be great. Matt, before we welcome on our guest, we wanted to talk through. Maybe we won't do the many moods, but do you want to?
We don't need to do it that way, but let's
bring
just
up our
preface
video
it this
here?
way as you bring it up. We've seen it in the chat a little bit actually today before the show started, and then throughout the day on Facebook and other news. But the Mike Love slip up, I know everybody wants us to address it. So before we give any thoughts on it, let's play the video, Greg.
Let's play it. I have a question. I have a follow-up question as soon as we play it here, Matt, for you. So here we go. Let's give it a go.
How is he doing? Because we know that there's been some news recently. He's not been well.
Well,
I mean, how's that all going?
well, he needs special care, and we hope that
Hold on. What did I? Here we go. Let's try that.
I know that there's been some news recently. He's not been well.
Well,
I mean, how's that all going?
Well, he needs special care, and we hope that, his family and he have made the decision to do a medical thing. Well, look,
Conservatorship.
I don't want to
Yeah.
get into that too
Sure.
much, except to say that we wish him the best for he and his family, and we'll all see each other at the, when I can't talk about
Oh,
where
hold
we're going
on
to
a
see
sec.
each other.
You
But
nearly let something slip then.
yes, I did. But damn it.
It's an exclusive. Get the thumb screws out.
No,
Thumb
it's
screws.
Ben, behave. No, we're going to see each other soon. Okay.
Yeah.
put
Is
it
there,
that way.
is there going to be a gig? Is there going to be a
We
performance?
can't talk about it.
No, I don't.
That sounds
I'll have to
definitely like
shoot
there's going to be a
myself.
gig and a performance.
Do I need to book a table at the
No.
Paradise Cave? Or what needs to happen?
Just get a
No,
spotlight.
we're just so thrilled that we're all celebrating so many years. 6 decades?
Yes,
Six
6 years.
So, Matt, my follow-up question, my question for you first off is, do you think that was planned or actual slip up? And go.
I think it was a slip up. First of all, I want to say too, I think Mike Love looks really good for 83, doesn't he? I mean, he looks pretty healthy. Like a
I
healthy
know.
guy.
I don't understand what he's doing, but
He shaved
keep
off all
going.
his facial hair and it made him look like 20 years younger.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I think it was, but here's the thing: there's talk of reunion. Depends on what you mean by reunion.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give anything away to anybody, but my personal opinion is there's that that premiere of the documentary coming out at some IMAX in California. I think they're probably all going to be there for that. I really don't see the 5 surviving members coming together to perform music anymore. And I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I think it's going to be something in the documentary capacity, just getting together to watch it or whatever. What do you think?
I don't know. I tend to think Mike Love's a pretty smart guy. I think it's maybe a little contrived, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I think it's a credit to Mike. If Mike is good at anything, it's branding, man. I mean, he's like the ultimate marketer, man. He's always like, he's a great sales guy. He's a great front man. I think he knows, I think he's pushing it. Like, look, we're talking about it right now. I mean, boom. I think,
Well, that's that's a fair point, but what do you think he means though?
Oh, I'm with you. I think it's some sort of, maybe they got together on the beach somewhere and had a little cocktail, and or he said, "I'll be seeing you soon." So maybe there's some sort of premiere or something like that. They're all gonna watch it together, or I don't know. But I don't think it's gonna be a reunion or anything like that.
No, I mean, if you mean like a concert reunion,
I don't think so. I don't think Brian.
Yeah,
I don't think
but
Brian's in shape to do that.
If anybody watched the whole interview, it is pretty neat. Mike Love mentions the documentary.
Yeah.
He mentions the book Genesis with our friend, Howie Edelson. And he says, he's like, it's really nice after all these years to be kind of recognized and have this attention, and I think that's something you and I have talked about on the show for a long time, is that when do the Beach Boys get their due, for being one of the most influential bands of all time and greatest bands, and maybe this is the time.
Yeah, and I love that. And Matt, it's a perfect segue to our guest, because someone that I really feel like is especially in that camp of I think needing to get some more praise publicly, and from the Beach Boys brand is our next guest, who's Bobby Figueroa. Bobby has been with the band for 50 years, in some capacity. Obviously, started off percussion, playing drums,
Came in
with Dennis.
1974.
Yeah,
Yep, you're right.
And of course, playing on Dennis's solo albums, being a part of some of their biggest albums, being a part of some of their biggest shows ever played.
yeah.
And Matt, we always talk about Carl and those guys being the glue, but I think Bobby. I think a lot of the guys that we've had on the show, I think, are part of that too. Keeping
You don't have those
everybody sane.
shows. You don't
Yeah.
have those shows without all those musicians. So
Yeah.
he was live on stage with the Beach Boys for some of their biggest concerts, the 4th of July concerts. Remember that one, the record setting?
Insane.
Live Aid, Farm Aid. He also was very involved in the Light album, which is the song that we chose to cover.
Yeah.
was from that album. That's one of the reasons. One of the other reasons is it's Dennis's last song on a Beach Boys album, and I just think it's a beautiful song. But yeah, but you're absolutely right. Bobby will never say he's a Beach Boy. You know, I know he won't.
No, I know.
But you don't have the Beach Boys and all their success throughout those years without Bobby and people like him.
It's like, a lot of sports people, when they're talking sports and Hall of Famers and the greatest of all times, a lot of times they use kind of the same, or kind of the benchmark of, can you tell the story of, for example, Matt, can you tell the story of the Yankees without Derek Jeter? I don't think you can. Can you tell the story of the Beach Boys without Bobby Figueroa? I think it'd be very tough to get around.
I agree with you. And I mean, to me, he is a Beach Boy. That's what I'm saying. I got this awesome signed, you can kind of see it, but it's a drum head he sent me for my birthday one year. It's really cool.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy, but to me, he's a legend. He's a Beach Boy. And so we wanted to do the song with him, and we're so gracious that he did, because
yeah, and perfect timing, Matt, because ladies and gentlemen, if you could please help me welcome with some hearts, some love, some hellos in the chat to the absolute legend, Mr. Bobby Figueroa. Everybody, how about some hearts in the chat to our friend Robbie? Robbie, oh my gosh, Bobby. Bobby, can you hear us?
Robbie.
Okay.
I think he's connecting
And we're connecting.
In audio.
Hey,
There it
Bobby.
is.
Let's see if this works. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Oh, we did it. Hey, everybody. I want everybody to spam hearts and hellos and chats and some praise to our guest this evening, the legend, Mr. Bobby Figueroa.
Shoot.
Bobby,
Shoot.
thank you so much for taking the time tonight, man. We really appreciate you.
Good evening. How's everybody doing?
We're awesome. We were just talking about you. By the way,
outta here.
Yeah, I always tell all my friends, the worst thing about Bobby Figueroa is that he's a Dodgers fan, and that's about it. There's nothing.
Go Blue.
I think I want to ask you a controversial question, Bobby, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And
okay.
If you want to say pass, it's okay. And I don't want to hit you with a hardball as soon as you get on here, but.
Oh, brother.
Did Ohtani do it? Was he betting on games?
No. Didn't need to. He didn't need to.
No, you're kind of right about that. He does not need to. He's
no.
Anyway.
He just had a huge budget that somehow he overlooked a little bit of it, and his best friend took advantage of him. I don't know. I mean, I can't really say for sure, but I don't think so.
We know.
I mean, she's doing that good. He's really been a great addition, though. I love him. His whole deal is pretty good.
He's so great. Well, you're great, Bobby, and we're so grateful for you coming on tonight. My brother and I are, and we're so excited to play.
Hi, Matt.
Play the tune.
Hey, how you doing, Bobby? Good to see you again.
I'm doing good, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
It's true. It's been a while, but so glad you're here with us tonight. And I got to say, I sent you a message, but the song, man, we're going to play it a little bit, but it's so good. Thank you again for doing it. You sound really awesome on it. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's such a great thing. The Carl and Dennis collaboration it had a lot of heart. And I think we did pretty good kind of capturing some of that was there. I mean, I was at the original session. I was asked to come in that morning, and I'd never heard the song before, if I can tell you a little bit about it.
Oh, please.
Yes, please.
But it was like, wow, this is great, and it was typical. Dennis would just say, "Get your butt down here," and I'd wake up or something and go, "Oh yeah, I'm on my way." But Carl was there, and the studio was buzzing, and I think Carl came in with some lyrics he had written, and Dennis asked me to give it a try, and I was like going, okay, and I kind of fumbled around with it a little bit, but Carl said, well, let me try it. Of course, I bowed to the master, I said, yes, sir. I'm just glad I can witness this. And then I saw this coming out of him, and I was like, boy, that was really good. But Dennis did give me a shot at it. But so it was always kind of a special song to me that nobody ever plays. I mean, none of the bands ever play, and it's such a great heartfelt tune. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
I know what was going on with both of them at that time, you know, and it was a hard time for both of them emotionally, I think.
Yeah.
And they just wrote about it, and it really came off. And your brother did such a good job, I think, you know, being that other voice that and carrying that emotion into. I just was really
Yeah.
really very honored that I was asked to do this. I really was, because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, my brother is great, and you're great, and that's the thing, Bobby, with the vocal, and I can't wait for everybody to hear it. Is as soon as you started, that's what I heard. I heard that emotion, and I thought about how you were there, and like you said, you were their friends. You knew what they were going through, and you can hear it in your voice. You know, it's really awesome. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, and Bobby, can you talk a little bit about kind of set the table for us at that time? Were you guys? Were you how involved in? I know you played on. Matt, was it a few maybe 4 or 5 other tunes on the Light album? Is that right?
Yeah, quite a few actually, and some that actually ended up on Pacific Ocean Blue.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
And Bamboo. I mean, I never knew where they were going. I just knew that I was there, and was asked to play or sing or, you know, participate a little bit. And I was very, very excited about the whole thing, because you know, I was feeling like they were trusting me, you know, to carry on the tradition of, you know, what they do. You know, I had learned a lot by that point. I had been in the band already for quite a while. We've done 100 gigs, you know, hundreds of gigs, and I was getting what it was, what was going on, and how that family felt about each other, and how I could fit in there, and kind of just do my little part. And when someone asked me to sing a part, of course, whatever it was, I would do it, because it was just like, wow, great, yeah, I'm happy to do it. Whoopee, let's go.
Bobby, what was it about? And I think knowing you for the little bit that we have, I think I could probably answer this question pretty clearly. But I'd love to hear it from you. What was it about you, your connection with the guys, that made you fit in so quickly and so well? I mean, I think having Dennis ask you to play on his solo records, that's such a big deal. You know, you don't ask that as somebody unless you have trust in so many different levels, right? What was it about your relationship? What was it about you that made you just connect so quickly?
If I could answer it, let me see. It's okay. So I had been playing with him already. I mean, first I was asked to play, and I think the connection I had with Dennis was I was going to be playing in his stead in spots. And at first I was just doing percussion and you know, and then a couple of songs on drums. But when I was hired, and when Dennis hired me that fateful day about exactly 50 years ago, on this time of year, you know, it was like, okay, we want you to come on the road. And I said, when? He said, tomorrow. We'll see you in Seattle. And I that was, you know, my rehearsal was the audition, you know. Then I went and I was so nervous at the gig that night. It was in Tacoma, Washington, and I was like, oh my gosh. And to top it off, I was late getting downstairs, and there's Carl at the bottom of the stairs, you know, looking at me like, oh my God, I screwed up already, you know. And I was like scared as shit, you know. I was like, this is, oh well, you know. And it was just a little college, you know, maybe 2,500 people, but still, it was a big deal, you know, a really big deal. But but then to make myself calm down a little bit in the hallways, I started singing, and just, you know, random stuff. I just started exercising my voice, and I think Alan popped his head out of the dressing room and went, "Hey, you can sing, huh?" And I was like, going, well, yeah. I mean, you know, I like to, and you know, I try. I don't know how good I am, but yeah. So it was just kind of that started a little thing, and here it was, that connection I had with Dennis being singing drummers.
Yeah.
You know, we had that little kinship there, and we just hit it off pretty good from the get-go. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, I love that.
It's an amazing story.
Go ahead, brother. You got a question?
Was it hard just to go to your beginnings with the Beach Boys? So when you had a rehearsal, I know you're a really talented musician. Was it hard to kind of play all the songs the first night, or were you very familiar with them anyway, kind of beforehand?
You know, I had grown up with the music,
Mhm.
you know, and liked it very, very much. Like my first band was a surf band.
Mm.
And so then you know, they came along, and for $1, I went next door from where my little town of Glendora, California, and I went next door to Azusa, where they had this teen club. I was in junior high, and it cost me $1 to get in, and there they were, you know.
Wow.
Crazy.
They were doing surfing. They were just surfing and wearing the Pendletons and the whole 9 yards. And I was like, wow, you know, they sing pretty good, those guys, you know. I was just because of the vocals, I was really taken. So, you know, I just had a connection there. So I didn't know all the music, but I was learning as I went.
Mhm.
And it was hard because it was really emotional for me. The first time I heard those harmonies live, I got, you know, just flushed with emotion and like,
Wow.
listen to that, you know. I was like,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to play and keep my cool and look good up there, but at the same time I was losing it inside listening to this, you know, and going like, holy crap, man, listen to that. And I go, that's why they are who they are. I'm hearing why right now. And that realization just kind of made me go, wow, you know. And then I kind of just kept there and stayed there for a while, and the trust in me grew until Carl insisted that I have a microphone.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh
Incredible.
man. Well, I'm so excited to play this tune for everybody, Bobby, because you just sound so fantastic on it. Why don't I ask you one more question before we go ahead and play it?
Sure.
You had mentioned to me, and I thought this was just so neat, that when we were at the studio in Los Angeles, you had mentioned this month is my 50th anniversary of being with the Beach Boys, which I just thought was just so perfect. And honored to be standing with you in California when that was going on. Can you
thank you.
Can you look back, when looking back on 50 years playing with the Beach Boys, you know, playing with Al, playing with all these different iterations, are there a couple really big things that stand out to you, that if someone says 50 years with the Beach Boys, what's that flash that comes into your head? What do you see? What do you picture? Is there a specific concert or a moment with one of the Beach Boys, or for you? Anything?
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many, you know. But when it really, I think, you know, as the shows got bigger and the records came out, the compilations, and the shows got bigger and bigger, then I realized that I'd made the right choice. Not only, you know, got lucky, but made the right choice to stay there.
Yeah.
You know, and I think playing Wembley in England was the first big show that I did. You know, I mean, just was like, holy, you know, oh, here we go, you know. And we're playing with Elton John and the Eagles, and Rufus with Chaka Khan. And it hit me that this is really big stuff, and you know, I was like,
yeah,
a fella came back to gather us to get up. It was our turn, right? And I was watching these perfect bands play, and going like, gosh, and I hope we can hold our own here. And I felt pretty good about it. But just as we were walking on stage, Carl turns around and looks at me and goes, Bobby. And I went, yes, as we're walking on the stage. And then he says, you know, at the end, we were going to do Surf's Up, and Carl was going to just nail it and sing it really great. He says, sing this part at the end, you know, that descending line and I was actually singing falsetto part. And he goes, do you know it? I went, yeah. He goes, sing it. And we walked on the stage.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like, there's just 100,000 people, Paul and Linda in the Queen's box, Candace Bergen standing behind me, taking pictures, Ringo Starr in the front row waving. I'd met him the night before. And it kind of hit me right then and there. This is a really cool place to be. I think, you know, it was my realization that I not only could handle it, but I kind of felt like I kind of belonged.
Man, what a
beautiful.
What a great story that you have. Oh man, I mean that's, I mean the anxiety, the nervousness, but also the excitement, and then the realization of you've kind of made it. I mean, I don't know that you can get any better than that. I mean, that's kind of it. So that's the pinnacle. So wow.
Yeah, it was. There were many moments, but that when you asked me right then and there, for some reason, that memory flashed into my head.
I love it.
It's like,
Oh,
wow, so many great times, so many
Yeah.
great experiences, and what an honor it's been. And still love playing the music. It's just great.
Well, it's an honor, Bobby.
And
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Greg. I was just
No, you're
Bobby.
good.
Just for the chat. I'm sure they know you play in a couple different iterations. At least surf music and the Beach Boys now, correct?
Sure. I mean, there's of course I play with Al,
Mhm.
and then we basically do the Beach Boys show with Matt and some really great guys, Probin and Debbie Scher and Randall Kirsch,
Mhm.
and they're really terrific. And I'm so comfortable around all these people because we've all kind of been in that circle for a while,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's always a great show. Then you add Carney and Wendy to the mix.
Oh yeah.
Carney and Wendy, and the Wilson Phillips stuff that we play, and that's a lot of fun because I never thought I'd play that stuff, but there I was.
Sounds great
know?
too. Yeah.
And then of course, my group California Surf, and we still, carrying the torch and keeping the music alive, and that's a super good band too. And so we're all just kind of all doing the same thing with each other all the time, and it's really great. I hope we get a chance to get out there and play a bunch more.
Yeah.
With any of that iteration, to me, it's all fun. It's all great.
Right.
So keep an eye out for us if we get around your neck of the woods, and we're trying to put something together for England. But
cool.
But that would be later this summer. But I'm just happy to be playing. I'm still happy that I can still play. It's kind of funny that I'm like, gosh dang it, I'm going to do this as long as I can.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
Well, and we have Claire. We have a few folks on tonight from the UK, and Claire, of course, is a longtime Beach Boy talker, huge Beach Boy fan, and the sweetest. I'm gonna guess that if you guys go to UK, she'll go ahead and round up the troops and get everybody over there.
Oh man, that would be so awesome. I love playing over there. That memory I just shared with you, it's just one of my great memories of playing in the UK and just feeling so at home. Kind of, I don't know why, but I feel so good there. The audiences are fantastic.
I believe it. Well, Bobby, I think it'd be really fun if it's okay. We're going to go ahead and play the tune for everybody, and then maybe just a couple follow-up questions, and we'll let you go. Does that sound okay?
Shoot.
You are the man. Okay, everybody. So we're about to play our release of our cover of Baby Blue from the Light album, featuring the great Bobby Figueroa, who joins us now. So we really hope that you enjoy it. If you guys could do me a favor, Bobby and Matt, if you guys could mute yourselves for just a moment, and then we'll. Oh yeah, Matt's already muted. So and then we'll actually.
Okay. Let me find the mute. Got it.
Got
okay.
it?
Muting now.
Okay.
Dream of you. Dream of you. Baby, baby blue. Baby blue eyes, I dream of you. Baby blue, I hold you in my arms tonight. Hold you till morning light. Baby blue, baby, baby blue. Baby blue eyes, I'm loving you. Baby blue, little night, honey, little night. Baby blue eyes, I'm loving you. Close to you, I feel your sweet heartbeat. Baby blue eyes, I'm loving you. Baby blue, little night, honey, little night. Baby blue eyes, I'm loving you. Close to you, I feel your sweet heartbeat. Baby blue eyes, I'm loving you.
All right, so that was our cover of Baby Blue with, of course, the great absolute Beach Boy legend, Bobby Figueroa. So thank you so much, everyone, for the kind words. And how about a round of applause, some hearts and love in the chat to Bobby, because, Bobby, your voice on that sounds so good. So good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You as well. You as well. It was fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
really feel it. I really feel it. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Bobby,
Yeah.
when you listen to that song, you know, your friendship with Dennis and Carl, that's got to be. We were kind of, Matt and I were talking about it, wondering while you're singing that, did anything come back to you singing those lines and standing there and singing? Because when you listen to you sing that, it kind of reminds me. It's just there's so much emotion in your voice. It's so pure and raw that it's so hard to find in music anymore. Everything is so processed. And of course, I'm a big culprit of that because I love production and processing, but I didn't have to do anything to your voice, Bobby. It was just, this is perfect. How do I not mess this up? So when you're singing that, anything going through, what's going through your head? If anything,
Gosh, all these little instances, all the looks on the stage, the walking down the hallways with the hearing the voice, their voice, hearing the things that we went through on the road, and all that kind of comes into play when I'm thinking about it, and just trying my best to portray it in my way. Because I could use a lot of work. My voice is not perfect, like you say. It is raw, and it just does. But I kind of feel like, Dennis kind of sang that way too. So it made it okay for me to even attempt it because I could do it some justice and not be phony about it or anything, but just get the same emotion, and it just does make me very emotional.
Yeah. Well, my brother and I are, I mean, if everything ends tomorrow, if I die tomorrow, I die incredibly happy because we got to sing with you, Bobby. We got to do a song.
Well, let's do it some more. Maybe we can I think we should do it live sometime. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Oh man, that would
Oh,
that
man.
would be that would be a dream come true, you know. So but
I would welcome it. It'd be great. You were fantastic. Thank you very much for asking me to do this with you.
no, such an honor. So
It was
hey everybody, how
incredible,
about
Bobby.
some hearts and love in the chat to the absolute legend, the best ever, Bobby. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Hey Jojo,
Jojo
I see
says
Joey
hi.
in the back.
Hey, Jojo.
We're double honored tonight.
Thank you for letting us, having us time
did
for
a
a while.
great job.
Thank
You did
you.
a great job.
Thank you, Joe. That's so kind of you to
And
say.
Bobby, so you know too, it's the song is well, Greg, you want to talk? It'll be on YouTube, it'll be on
Yeah.
Facebook, it's also on iTunes,
Yeah, it'll be on
Spotify. so-
iTunes,
Great.
Spotify,
Wonderful.
anywhere you can
Yeah.
download music or purchase music. You can snag it. So
Keep me in the loop. That's all I can say.
we will. Hey,
It'll be fun to see what happens with this. Even if nothing happens, I'll still be so grateful to have done it. But I feel like it's, a really great thing was done here. And if it goes somewhere, fine. If not, I'm still cool with it. But thanks again.
thank you, Bobby.
Well, thanks to you,
We love
Bobby.
you so much. We are just huge fans. So have a great rest
Love
of
you
your day,
back.
and go Dodgers.
Thank you. Check out my shirt. Wait.
Oh,
Oh.
hey, how do we?
I gotta get one of
How do
those,
we buy
man.
one of those? Can we?
That's the California surf swag right there. Man.
Bobby, how do we buy one of those?
You guys got a merch store?
I will. Yeah. Well, it's going to be coming online, and there'll be a link towards it on our website.
Perfect.
Coming up real soon. There's some cool stuff on there, but I'll get you guys one.
Well, make sure you let us know when that goes live because we'll post it on our sites and it'll be a
thanks.
we'll all wear it. We'll have
Yeah,
a
it's awesome.
California we'll have a night where we just wear your shirt. I love it. Killer.
So cool.
I
Fun,
love
yeah?
it.
Fun.
All right, Bobby.
Glad you
Take
like
care,
it.
Bobby. Thanks
Okay.
again.
All right,
man.
you guys have a great night. Love you.
You too. Love you
You
too.
too.
Bye bye, Bobby.
All right. Bye bye.
Oh man, what a sweetheart. What
That
an
was quite a
awesome
moment,
guy.
man.
Yeah.
Again, I want to say thank you to you for all your arranging and of the song and
Oh yeah.
produced and everything. But I thought it came out really well, and
Yeah, I'm real
I
happy
don't.
with
But
it.
people couldn't, just see Bobby's. I mean, he loved it, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's so sweet and so talented and Matt, I got to tell you, and this every time I play one of these songs that we've been lucky enough to do, I think about everybody in our chat right now. I think about Claire, I think about Stacy, I think about Les,
Yeah.
I think about Dr. Beach Boy all the way back at the original. I think about all of
Yeah.
you, and I think about how cool our little flash of light that happened this past 4 years of being able to do Kokomo with Scott Totten and having so many Fred Vale on the show and Carney Wilson on the show and David Marks on the show. It's all been a collaborative effort and
Absolutely.
and I think the Beach Boy Talk folks out there are a big part of it because honestly, if you guys don't show up on Tuesday nights, Matt and I probably would still do this. It just probably wouldn't be public, So we're so grateful for all of you. So every note of this, of anything we do, I think has a lot of our Beach Boy Talkers in it. So because we love you, we're so grateful for you. So we have a lot of
That's
fun on
right.
these Tuesday nights, Matt. I tell you what.
Yes, my favorite nights, and we do have some great guests coming up, which is exciting, in
We do.
the weeks to come, and but you're really right, Greg. This is a collective effort. I mean, Giggins is here tonight. Giggins is one of our guys too that we kind of look to for some inspiration, and
Dude,
everything. So and
yeah,
it's just neat that everybody's here checking this out, and
yeah. We're
so
real grateful for sure.
yeah, and like I said, the song should be out tomorrow, right?
Well, it's supposed to be out
YouTube
tonight
and stuff.
Supposed to be out tonight at 9:00, but so like now it should be out now. So
Okay.
but I don't know how any of this stuff works. We end up
We'll
screwing
figure
it
it
all
out,
up
but-
anyway. So but we're all grateful. I tell you what, Brother Matt's a little under the weather tonight, and we want to make sure he gets a good night's sleep. So we'll probably call it for now. It'd be a short show tonight, but I want to.
I'm sorry, everybody.
No,
I'm
sorry,
trying.
brother. But I want to once again say thank you to Stacy for these awesome shirts, our
Yeah.
Freaky Friends shirts, which is so cool. We're so grateful for Stacy and her support. And I want to thank Robbie Robinson, of course, Frankie Valli's right-hand man, for joining us again tonight. Such an honor to know Robbie. And joining us in the studio tonight was really fun. Want to give an extra special thank you to Bobby Figueroa for not only joining us tonight, but lending us his amazing voice, his talent on our most recent release that we hope you enjoy too. So, any final thoughts, Brother Matt?
Yeah. I just, again, pretty much what you said. I'm really grateful for everything. And that was really uplifting hearing that. It was just something to have Bobby on the show to listen and to hear that, like I said, you and I put our voices on a song with him and the emotion. And then again, before that emotional experience, we talked to Robbie and we talked to all our friends. So I'm just very, very grateful that we have this platform and this chance to talk about our favorite band and meet all these awesome people online. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to the next show.
Yep. Pretty unreal, brother. So
yeah.
All right. So we will be, Matt, do we have a show next week?
I believe we do.
I can never remember. But wait, why is that not,
Matt, get a hot tea, lemon, honey, and Jack Daniels.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, please share with Matt your
Thank you, Lee, for the comment about the song. I hope you all liked it. And like I said, it's I've been listening to it a bunch, and just when Bobby comes in, and it's just oof, I get chill bumps every time. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Michael.
All right, Brother Matt. Well, once again, we want to say we love you to everybody. We hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you again for joining us. And we hope that we will see you all next Tuesday night. Don't miss it. We'll see you. Oh, don't forget, Monday night, join us on Jam and Java. Anyway, we'll see you guys.
Well, East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles they wear. And the Southern girls with the way they talk, they knock me out when I'm down there. The Midwest farmers' daughters, they all make you feel alright. And the Northern girls with the way they kiss, they keep their boyfriends warm at night. Wish they all could be California girls. Wish they all could be California. Wish they all could be California girls. The West Coast has the sunshine, and the girls all get so tan. I take a French bikini on my island dolls by a palm tree in the sand. I've been all around this great big world, and I've seen all kinds of girls. Yeah, but I couldn't wait to get back to the States, back to the cutest girls in the world. Wish they all could be California girls. Wish they all could be California. Wish they all could be California. Wish they all could be California girls. Wish they all could be California. Wish they all could be California.